Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Kurt Robbins. We're here to help you get smarter than your competition. Today, we're going to dig into a really fascinating study from Anthropic, which came out on December 4th. It gives us a peek behind the curtain at what professionals are really thinking about working with AI. Okay, let's just jump right in. We hear all the time about the huge productivity boosts from AI, right? But what about the human side of all this? This quote from a salesperson, it just nails a feeling that I think a lot of us are starting to notice. It's not just about getting work done faster. AI is creating these brand new, kind of awkward social tensions and anxieties at work. So, to get to the bottom of how people are truly feeling, Anthropic did something pretty cool. Instead of just sending out a boring old survey, they actually built an AI to have deep, one-on-one interviews with over 1,000 professionals. This gives us this incredible, in-depth look at the real-world impact AI is having on our jobs. So we're about to unpack what they found in this massive investigation. Anthropic zeroed in on 3 really distinct professional groups to see how AI is shaking things up in different fields. So who'd they talk to? Well, they got a big sample of 1,000 people from the general workforce. But then they also zoomed in on 2 special groups, 125 creative professionals and 125 scientists. And these are 2 areas where the debate around AI is really heating up. Let's start with the biggest group, the general workforce. Most of us. For the average person, the goal with AI is pretty simple. We just want to use it as a tool to get better and faster at our jobs. And the results? Well, they're pretty undeniable. A huge 86% of professionals said AI saves them time at work. Now, that's not just a little bump, it's a massive productivity gain that people are feeling everywhere. But that is not the whole story. This is where it gets really interesting. There's this core tension, this tug of war happening. We all want to hand off the boring, repetitive stuff to AI, right? But at the very same time, we're trying to protect the work that defines us, the stuff that makes us an expert. It's a really tricky balancing act. And this quote from a pastor just illustrates that ideal outcome perfectly. He doesn't see AI as a replacement. He sees it as a tool to get rid of all the admin work, which frees him up for the part of his job that really matters. Being with people. But here's that other side of the coin. A whopping 69% of people mention feeling judged by their peers for using AI. The study even talks about a fact checker who literally has to hide that she's using AI from her colleagues. I mean, can you imagine? And more than half are feeling anxious about their job's future. There's a real current of worry flowing just beneath all those productivity gains. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about creative professionals. If you thought it was complicated for the general workforce, hoo boy, it gets even more intense here. For artists, writers, designers, their relationship with AI is a total minefield of efficiency, judgment, and some pretty serious money worries. Now, you'd think creatives would be the ones pushing back the hardest, right? But look at this number, 97%. Almost every single creative in this study said AI saved them time. The efficiency boost is just too big to ignore, even if you're skeptical. And this really shows the double-edged sword for creatives. On one hand, AI helps them turn out more work faster than ever before. But on the other hand, it's fueling these really deep fears about being replaced or having their work devalued or just getting priced right out of the market. And listen, this isn't some far-off what-if scenario. This quote from a voice actor is so powerful because it shows the real-world damage. For some creative people, AI isn't a threat coming down the road. It's here, right now, and it's completely upending their entire industry. And now, our final group, scientists. Their relationship with AI is completely different from the others. Their biggest hurdle isn't fear or stigma, it's trust, or, a lack of it. They want a real partner in the lab, but what they've got right now feels more like a junior assistant. Yeah, a huge 79% of scientists said that trust and reliability are the biggest roadblocks. I mean, it makes sense. When your work demands absolute 100% precision, you just can't have an AI that hallucinates or, as one economist put it, that just lies to you. The stakes are way too high. This slide just lays out the gap between their dream and their reality so perfectly. The dream, the aspiration, is to have an AI research partner that can help them make new discoveries. The reality is they're mostly using it for support stuff, like writing papers and fixing code.
It's useful for sure, but it's not revolutionary, at least not yet.
And this quote just beautifully captures that optimism, that vision from the scientific community. They can see the incredible potential. They want a true AI collaborator that can spot things a human might miss. They're basically just waiting for the tech to catch up with their dreams.
Okay, so we've looked at these three very different groups. Now let's pull it all together and figure out what this all means for your career. Because there's this fascinating disconnect between how we think we're using AI and how we actually are. This is really the critical question the whole study leads up to, isn't it? Do we see AI as a partner that makes us better at our jobs, or do we just see it as an employee that we hand tasks off to? Turns out our perception might be a little off.
When you ask professionals, most of them, 65%, say they're using AI for augmentation. They see it as a tool that works right alongside them, boosting their own abilities. They really see themselves as collaborators. But when Anthropic looked at the actual usage data, whoa, the picture changed a lot. The split was nearly a perfect 50-50 between automation and augmentation. This suggests we're delegating and automating way more than we realize. We're acting more like a manager to the AI than we think we are.
So, what's the bottom line for your career? Let's break it down. If you're in the general workforce, the strategy is pretty clear. Delegate the routine stuff to free yourself up for high-value, human-to-human work. If you're a creative, it's about using AI's power while staying smart about how the market is changing. And for you scientists out there, use today's AI as the powerful assistant it is, but keep your eyes peeled for the true partners of tomorrow. And that brings us to the final, crucial question for you. Thinking about your own career, which path are you going to take? Will you be a manager telling AI what to do? A collaborator working alongside it? Or maybe a skeptic holding back? The choice you make could really define your professional future. Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. To keep learning, subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. And if you found this valuable, please like, comment, and share.